Are you a teen mystery lover or a fellow crime drama addict, but sometimes murder just be too scandalous? Well, you are in luck. I'm going to share some books, TV series, and movies that are crime-oriented to quench your thirst for mayhem, but everything I share is going to be, if it's a TV or movie series, it's going to be PG or PG-13, or all the books are going to be oriented for young adults/teens. Enjoy. Okay, so first we're going to start with some book series, and I got some notes here, so that's why I'm looking down. So first we're going to start off with Flavia de Luce. I've talked about this before in my book reviews, but this one, if you want to know a specific age group, I would say 12 to 15-ish. It's a really good series for younger readers. It includes a lot of science and chemistry. It's about a young girl who lives in a cute British town, and there's a lot of murders that happens that she helps the police solve. Another one that I have is Daisy Dalrymple. This one would probably be for a little more older readers, but there's nothing really inappropriate in it that would cause that. Just I think you would appreciate more if you were older. It follows the Honorable Miss Daisy Dalrymple as she solves crimes in England again. If you'll notice by the end of this, I have a bit of a BBC addiction. And so Daisy is a photographer, and she tends to take pictures of the rich and wealthy in her area, and so she goes to a lot of events, and a lot of murders happen, and she has an interesting relationship with the chief of police. So that one's a really good, it's a lot of fun to read. Another one, if you're getting into Agatha Christie, because it isn't murder without Christie, I would suggest you start with the Poirot series. Personally, this was my favorite out of all of them. Some of my favorites are Elements Can Remember, The ABC Murders, Murder on the Orient Express, and Black Coffee. Black Coffee, that one's good. Another one that I read, this one is slightly different. This is actually Russian literature. I would suggest this for older readers. It's more of a psychological thriller. It's Crime and Punishment, and I would suggest this because it delves into the psyche of an axe murderer. However, the book actually has nothing, besides that, has nothing really gory or inappropriate in it. But it's definitely a very deep book. It's definitely a very dark book, so I definitely recommend this for older readers, but it's very interesting learning about the slums of Russia during this time period. Alright, so moving on to movies. First one I'm going to start with is actually a mini-series. It's a BBC one. It's called The Moonstone. This one is a definitely super PG, totally fine. So The Moonstone follows it's the story of a rich Englishman who stole a precious gem from India, and he bequeaths it to his niece when she turns, I believe, 18, and it causes a curse, and the housemaid ends up getting killed, so they're trying to solve the murder of that. It's a very romantic mystery, so if you enjoy that. Another one is Crooked House. This is another Christie one. I mean, this one's pretty dark, but there's nothing really risque about it. So Crooked House is about the murder of an old grandfather, and he has this big family, and they're trying to solve who in the family murdered him. Quite a twist at the end. Another one I recently watched was The Lady Vanishes, which is a BBC show from 2013, so it was originally a book. I have not read it, however, and it follows this girl who she's on a train going somewhere, and a lady vanishes on the train with her, and nobody believes her because they think she's delirious from sunstroke. Very interesting. Another movie, this one, so The Da Vinci Code, he also has a young adult adaptation for a book. The movie is PG-13, definitely pretty dark, but the book is pretty clean. So that one, if you like enigmas and codes and conspiracy theories and murder, it's a good time. And I think that wraps it up. Alright, and now my favorite section, TV shows. So first, the most PG one would be Frankie Drake. And so this one follows a female detective agency in Toronto, Canada, and I believe, I don't remember what exactly year this is, but there's a lot of Great War oriented problems that arise with this. Is that it's definitely a very there's a lot of good female role models, and the really good characters. Great series if you want to watch. There's only like 2 seasons though. Another one I started watching recently was Monk, and this one I would say it has a age 7+ rating on Amazon, and I don't agree with that, but I'd probably say like teens is fine. So this one follows, he's he's phobic of everything, and he has OCD, so he, after losing his wife, he develops these mental disorders, and it's kind of his struggle to maintain his job and work as a detective in society. He's a really great character, and his nurse Sharona is another amazing character. Wonderful series. One of my favorites, White Collar. So this one is actually an American series. This one follows Neil Caffrey, who was he was in jail for a very long time because of bond theft and art forgery, and so the FBI, because of his skills that he has, they take him in as a consultant, and he works with Peter Burke to solve FBI mysteries. Some of the best, like a lot of crying moments in that one. That one's really good. Father Brown, another BBC. Yes, the Weasley's dad is, the Father Brown. So Father Brown is obviously a clergyman, but he solves mysteries in a small British town. Again, amazing characters. And another one, Death in Paradise. So, and all the past ones I think have been, I think White Collar is PG-13, and Father Brown, I don't remember, but that one, I would definitely say like a little older for that one. Anyway, so Death in Paradise is, there's a British police station in the island called Sainte Marie, I believe, and so that one, they're solving murders on this island, and it's a very interesting contrast between the beautiful surroundings and these dark murders. I'd say maybe a little older, but there's nothing really bad in that one. And the last one, probably the most risque and inappropriate out of all of them, although there's not really that much. Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. The reason it is because she is an independent woman and does what she wants at all times. So there's lots of scandal in that one. However, it's not, I don't believe it's TVMA. It's an Australian mystery, but it's during the 1920s, and Miss Fisher is a private detective, and again, there's a lot of clashing with the local police, but Miss Fisher's an amazing character, great role model. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little sharing of my own crime binging experiences, and I hope you find this helpful for, searching for, because it's difficult to find age-appropriate, I guess, murder content that isn't too deep. So yeah, enjoy your murders, guys.